Hey everyone, so today I'm showing y'all how to get rare candies and EXP candies in almost any Pokemon Essentials fan game. It really depends on from game to game if it's going to work or not, but overall it's going to be just fine. So, right here we have Pokemon Myth. This is the game I'll be showing off today. Um, some games will be running with game.exe, some games you'll be running under a different exe. With Myth, it's game_new. It really depends from game to game what you're going to be doing. But once you have these, you can go ahead and right-click the game exe file. You're going to press Create Shortcut. And now that you have this shortcut, you're going to right-click that shortcut, press Properties, and you're going to see this highlighted text right here. Do not delete that. If you delete it on accident, it's okay. Just delete the shortcut and make a new one. Press the right arrow key to get to the very end of that line. Press space and type in Debug. Once you have that set up, press Apply and OK. That's basically just a command to make the game run into debug mode. Once you do that, you're going to open it up. Some games will open up a console. Some games will use the header as a console. Myth uses the header. Some games I've seen use a console instead. And some games will just crash. Some games aren't necessarily made for use in debug mode outside of rpgmaker. Some games, I believe Pokemon Daybreak is one of them that breaks. So it's a bit of an annoying thing, but just trial and error, see if it works. If it doesn't work, there's not much else you can do. If it does work, there you go. So once you get into debug mode, you're going to go ahead and see you're going to spawn most of the time straight into the menu rather than the title card. So you'll see this option under Options, Debug Mode. So we're going to ignore that. Go ahead and go into your game file. Give it a second to load. Now that it's loaded in, it's going to take a little longer to load since it's debug mode. It has to load everything. You're going to go ahead and go into your menu. Depending on if your menu is custom or not, some may or may not have this option in there. This one, Myth actually added the debug mode or the debug menu, but it really depends on from game to game. If it doesn't have the debug menu in the main menu right here, or the enter menu, pause menu, whatever you want to call it, you can go ahead and just press F9 on your keyboard, and this menu will open. It's the same menu as what will open in the debug menu, just a hotkey instead of a menu button, so someone deletes or something. So you'll see you'll have field options, battle options, item options, Pokemon options, player options, information editors, and other options. Obviously here we're just trying to get some items, so you're going to go ahead and go into item options. You will see add item, fill bag, and empty bag. Fill bag gives you one or a certain amount of every item in the bag, so you'll just have every item in the game. Empty bag does the exact opposite. Be careful with this one, it'll delete all your items. Add item. You can choose an item and add a quantity of it. So there's a lot of items here. It's going to be really annoying to have to go through all of these. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose, let's say, EXP candies, right? Next, let's do one I don't have. So I already have EXP candies, so I'm not going to write that. Let's do a fairy gem. Let's say I wanted... let's do 120. So you'll see it starts with this, 001. This is just a basic, each of these is a single digit. So let's say I wanted to have 120. I just go take this one as 0, change this to a 2, change this one to a 1. 120. There you go. Now I have 120 fairy gems. You're going to go ahead and back out of that menu, and you'll see in your bag, all the way down, you'll see you'll have 120 fairy gems. Now that I have those, this also works with rare candies and EXP candies, which I'm assuming is what you want to use this for. You're going to go into the save button, save, press OK to save that. Then you can close this out, open your new.exe, open your original exe file, not the shortcut. I keep the shortcut and name it to game debug, so I know I have it with me, so I don't have to remake it every single time, or I'm not just lost at which one is a shortcut, which one's not. So once you open it up, you'll see the title card shows back up, and you're no longer in debug mode. So go ahead and go back into your bag, and you'll see, as long as you saved, your items are going to be right there for you. So I'm actually going to go ahead and toss these because I don't want them. I just wanted to show as a example. but I do use it generally for EXP candies and rare candies, stuff like that. So that's really it when it comes to spawning at items in almost any fan game. It really depends from fan game to fan game. Some games just won't work. I've learned that Pokemon Relay System does not work at all. I also don't know if it's made in Essentials, so. But I also know that some games like Pokemon Daybreak will crash. So just find the games that work for you, and once they work just fine in debug mode, you can get the items that you need and just hop out of the debug mode and play the game normally. So hopefully this helped y'all out. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on debug mode, let me know. I'll be happy to help, and I will see y'all soon.